Well, this is pretty neat. The first ever children's book published in English, French, and Gaelic is now available. It's called G is for Gael. And I won't attempt to say that in Gaelic, but I will get our next guest to help us with that. The book is published by Bradan Press, and we're joined this morning by the president of Bradan Press. Emily McEwan joins us from Dartmouth. Hi, Emily. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Elise.
Great to see you. This coincides with Gaelic Heritage Month too, so perfect timing for this launch. I want to find out more about you. I know the reason that you are behind this publishing company is your interest in your heritage. That is Scottish, of course. So tell me a little bit about Gaelic and how prevalent it is in your life.
Yes, well, and as you said, it's Scottish, and not only Scottish, but also Gaelic. And so the Gaels are from the Highlands of Scotland originally. So basically, anybody who has a Mac or a Mick name, you could say that you have Gaelic heritage. That's a Gaelic name. And my last name is McEwan. And, you know, I knew all along that there was something there, but I didn't know for a long time that there was a language too, that the Scottish Gaels had a language, just like the Irish did and do. And back when I was younger, I heard Gaelic music for the first time. I heard a song by Cathy Ann McPhee, a famous Gaelic singer, and she actually lives here in town now too, which is miraculous. But when I heard her sing for the first time, it just clicked a switch, and I knew, oh, I have to be a part of this. I am a part of this. And that feeling has just stayed with me for many, many years. So with this, Gaelic publishing has actually been a part of Nova Scotian Gaelic culture and heritage for a long time too. The first book was published in Gaelic in Nova Scotia over 180 years ago. So I really see Bradan Press as trying to carry on that tradition now.
Fantastic. 2016 is when your company, Bradan Publishing, came to be, and here we are all these years later, and this is your latest book to be published, G is for Gael. So tell us, how do we say G is for Gael in Gaelic? Before we get to the book, which I want to talk about, children's book, how do you say that in Gaelic?
Yes, the full title is G AIRSON GAEL, Apachil de Chultern and Gael and Alapin Nuai. So G AIRSON GAEL.
Wow, okay, so you are fluent in Gaelic, correct?
For my sins. It's something that everybody can work towards, though. I remember meeting people who were fluent when I very first started learning out and thinking, oh my gosh, that's such a, how can I ever? And so I'm here to say you can do it too.
Okay, and we are going to get to the book, but now I have to know, how did you learn the language? Did you connect with somebody here in Nova Scotia? I know you're originally actually from Chicago, which is a whole other story, but you live here now. How did you learn Gaelic?
Well, I've had a lot of wonderful teachers through the years, really from all different places. And so when I speak Gaelic, I don't sound like I have a particular Gaelic accent. It's kind of a mix. But some of my teachers have been from here in Nova Scotia. And there are a lot of great teachers here as well who speak with a more characteristic kind of Nova Scotia or Cape Breton dialect or accent. And so really just working with people, like some classroom work, and then on top of that, it's really good to have a mentor, you know, and you can have different mentors at different times in your life. And that's what I've had, you know, somebody who's really willing to just speak Gaelic to you no matter what, and you know, be patient with you as you look for the right word, and that doesn't care about your mistakes, but they're just encouraging you and giving you a good feeling about it and keeping going with it.
Fantastic. Okay, Emily, now that we have that background, let's get to the book. We only have a couple minutes left, so let's talk about it. G is for Gael. It's published in English, French, and Gaelic, of course. Tell us about the book.
Well, the book is by Shalane Hansen and illustrated by Etta Moffat, and they're both in Dartmouth as well. So this is really a Dartmouth production. We have a lot of Dartmouth pride. So these are some of the illustrations you're seeing from the book. The letters of the alphabet in the English book are in English. The words are in English, but the concepts are all from Gaelic culture. And and then you can also see versions and pages from the Gaelic version and from the French version. So when we did translations for the Gaelic version and the French version, it wasn't exact always. the concepts had to be translated before we could do the exact translation of the words. And so in some, for some pages in the letters of the alphabet, we had to kind of move things around, change things up. And so each one of the editions has at least one or two unique illustrations for that language edition.
Wow, and the illustrations, I have to say, are beautiful. And what a great book for kids, English, French, Gaelic speakers. Who do you hope goes out and gets this book? Who is this really geared towards when we think of children? What age group?
Well, so for children age group, we'd say for the youngest ones, grade primary to 1 and 2, it's good for reading aloud and using in the classroom. And then for kind of grades 2 to 6, depending on their level, they can do independent reading with it. It's a great resource for teachers as well, because it really is built around Nova Scotia's official Gaelic curriculum for grades 3 to 6. And then, there's a lot of children's picture book collectors out there too that we hope will be interested in it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book, and well done. Congrats to you for getting this out there. How do we get our hands on a copy of G is for Gael?
Well, we know we've got to stay local right now and maybe shop online as well. If you're local in Dartmouth, Tattletales has it. Woozles has it in Halifax. Chapters has the English one and can special order the other two. Or you can go online to bradanpress.com and find out all the other online options.
Fantastic. And yeah, lots more books by Bradan Press as well, not just that one.